So it's gonna be a rough one to cover, but I'll try. People have been asking me and DMing me and stuff what I think about the whole Danny Masterson, you know, R word. That's so stupid. I have to say that essay trial, and what I think about it in general. I think he did it. It's that '70s. Jesus Christ, it's not funny, the actual assaults and everything like that. But I mean, first of all, let's go back with Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson, you could always tell he was a creep. There was just something before I even knew like anything really about the guy. Like I remember he was in like the movie The Faculty, that like ripoff of Invasion of the Body Snatchers and back in the '90s and shit like that. I remember seeing him there then, and he was in some annoying Frosted Flakes commercial, and he was always the same dude, just like the stoner dude who was there to be stoned and annoying. I don't know. And then he had that '70s show, which was a perfect vehicle for him because he could play the character that he fucking is. He just oozed creep to me. Like Danny Masterson, if somebody said they saw him with like a raincoat in a dark alley and I was walking and he like flashed me and started jerking his dick real fast, like I would believe them in a minute. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds like Danny Masterson to me. I don't know. But so he apparently has been assaulting women for years and years, and there's been clips that have come out that kind of people tell on themselves. That's the first problem. Even with little anecdotes and stuff. There was a clip where he was on Conan O'Brien, and he was talking. He used to have a Boston accent, and his friend would do this impersonation of him. He actually said this on Conan O'Brien, which he goes, yeah, well, my friend used to introduce me and use my Boston accent and say like, hey, my name is Danny, touch my balls. And even Conan O'Brien's looking at him like, it wasn't funny, it was weird. And like, who would I wouldn't even tell that story if that was true, because that means you walk around telling people to touch your balls, and that means you're a fucking weirdo. So what are you doing? I think it's that fucking Jerry curl has gotten his head. I don't know. I think that makes him just assault women. I have no idea. I mean, I read some of the accounts and everything like that. And like the one that was the worst to me was the woman who, I guess, had slept over at his place, and she woke up in the morning. He's like, oh yeah, we had sex. And she was like, I was unconscious? And he's like, yeah. Like, because that's cool and all that. But I think the thing that irks me the most, now he's convicted. He's serving like 30 years. He's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. Probably not. Listen, they say he has to serve them consecutively, I think, and all that. It's Hollywood. It's LA. 10 years, he's going to do great behavior, and he's going to be out again and chasing people with his dick and asking them to, touch his balls and shit like that again. But the thing that amazes me the most and really captures my attention is the assortment of people surrounding this case. Like, okay, you got the whole Scientology angle because he's one of those whack jobs. Why doesn't he blame it on the Thetans? Just say the aliens made me do it. Listen, just in my religion, this is true. Like, I am covered in alien things, and when I'm sleeping, the aliens pop out and just, they fuck a bitch. And it's just, I didn't even know. I had no clue that would happen, I'm just like, I'm hanging out with a chick, and all of a sudden I fall asleep, and it's because, of Xenu, and then and all of a sudden I realize, fuck the bitch, I didn't even mean to do it. It's not my fault. I didn't get enough auditing or something like that. Boy, they really helped him, didn't they? Jesus Christ. God, anybody, just side note, anybody who belongs to that organization now, if you do and you're watching this, please explain. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can know everything that's out there now with everything they do, and they brainwash you, and they use a turkey baster on you to inseminate you if you're a woman, and if you're John Travolta and you just like that kind of thing in your butt. I don't know, but I just don't get the whole thing. But so he had married within that religion. So his wife is this chick Bijou Phillips. First of all, get a real name. I'm Bijou, and I'm fucking Tic Tac. What the fuck are we doing? What kind of baby bullshit is this? But she's from that whack job Phillips family, Mackenzie Phillips. She was on One Day at a Time, and then she started sleeping with her dad as an adult. Let me say that again. As an adult, I think the first time he might have, R-worded her or something while she was sleeping. I don't know. But then she entered a consensual sexual affair, her own words, with her dad. That means these people should never be allowed to have children. They need to be strangled at birth because the bloodline needs to stop. If you are fucking daddy, and you're just like, and she tried to make it sound like this, I just felt guilty, like I had to screw dad. Every now and then I had to screw dad. I know she was messed up, and she did a lot. I mean, she did a lot of drugs. That's what they're known for. Good music, victimization, and lots of drugs. The whole Phillips family, they're fucking whacked out of their mind. The one who was only seemed to be normal, so it was Mackenzie, little Bijou. That's the other thing. His little wife was a maniac too. She was running around cutting people's fingers off in club with cigars. She's spitting at Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez. She's hassling co-stars on the set of Hostel 2. She was, what's that girl? That ugly chick? What's her name? I'm sorry. She's a little goony, let's be honest. Heather Matarano or Matazzini or marinara sauce, whatever. She would like slammed her up against the wall while they're making Hostel 2 because she found out she was sober. Ooh, no, that's the ultimate sin. I think that scares her. She bullied some guy when they were making the movie Bully, ironically enough, because he was heavy. So, are you gay? I think you're gay. When he had to take his shirt off for a scene. That's so disgusting. I would have been fired so fucking bad. I would have been listening, you little toothpick crack whore. If you say one more fucked up thing to me, I swear to God, one more fucked up thing, one more, I'm going to punch you in that barren vagina of yours. I swear to God. You're going to have swollen lips and have to explain that in the next scene where you wear a bikini. All right? Don't fuck with me, bitch. So... there's that. She's wonderful and all that. She's out for mine. She's divorcing him now. The one I had hope for was China Phillips, who's a light crazy. In the Phillips family, she's the least crazy. She's most normal. China Phillips, Hold On for One More Day, Wilson Phillips, that group where she was the sexy one, and they had to hire, big fat ass Cardi Wilson in the back in every music video. She's like, don't embarrass me. Hold on for one more day. Does she have to be in the video? Can she, look how big she is. She's taking up the entire screen. We don't even have widescreen yet. This is 1990. Make her a Bush. Her sister, fine. She's kind of hot too, but this dope. I know she can sing and all that, but can't we, put a bag over her head or something? I don't know. But she actually seemed to be a nice person and all that. And then, she started not making record sales, so she found Jesus. I thought you would have found him, when you're successful. I don't know. Maybe that's when you need to find Jesus. So she's always like, praise Jesus, hallelujah. Walking around her mansion with Billy Baldwin. He's another one. She's married to him. And I don't know where she stands in this. I don't want to say she's come out in support of, Danny Masterson, because a lot of people have, which just baffles the shit out of me. I'm sorry, if one of my friends was I would not be supporting them. I would listen to what they had to say. I would look at the objective evidence, and I think it's pretty clear, just looking at, the documentation and the stories of these, I believe them. And if I believed what happened, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. You're not my friend anymore. I'm not writing a court letter for you, to get you a lighter sentence. And that's the thing. Then we have Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, his castmates from the 70s show. They wrote a letter to the court saying, look, he's a really good guy. He's so nice. He was always worked really, really hard, so he could have raped anybody. That's impossible. He could have never done that because he was really friendly to me. And, he would take us places, and he was so sweet to his kid. So he could never, essay anybody. What are you talking about? Can I just tell you, one time he changed a flat tire for me? So, it's impossible that he R-worded anybody. What are you talking about? There's no Scientology mafia after me. But there's no way he did. I just like this shows you they share a brain cell. First of all, Ashton Kutcher, dumb. And he's always been dumb. There is no one home. And tell me I'm lying. Has anybody ever looked at Ashton Kutcher and said about Ashton Kutcher, that guy is he's smart. That's one of the smartest people I ever met. No, dumb head. Stupid. He worked off being a himbo for years. It worked for him. He's getting his fucking 40s now. He's not so little pretty anymore. There's other guys running ragged around him, fucking 20-year-olds and shit like that. And it's showing Dum has nothing to say. He doesn't. He's just Dum. And then he marries Mila Kunis, who I don't know if she's that bright or not. I'm guessing not. All I'm saying, listen, here's what I think about their intellectual capacity together. Is I'm just thinking that if they have children, I don't know if they do, but if they do, one of them might be wonky-eyed, hopping around in a corner on one leg constantly. It's just they give up that kind of vibe, they spread that kind of seed, you know what I'm saying? So I wrote this big letter to the court, trying to plead for mercy for him and shit like that. And then they make an apology about it. Here's why they made the apology: because the court had to show the fucking letter. And they say in their fucking stupid apology video, that's the reason. This was meant to be a personal letter. Are you fucking... Listen, if you write to a court or something about a court proceeding and you enter, even from the outside into the court proceeding, you submit something to the court, it becomes part of what? The case. And the case, almost all cases, are record of what? Public record. That means the public can see them. See, these are people, they live in their Hollywood bubble. They're like, what do you mean regular people can read that? Oh my God, we are so fucked. Get our PR agent on the phone. But Ashton aside, he'll fucking defend a stick. He's a dum. He's nobody's home. Mila, how the fuck, you're a woman. Would you, I would just, try to believe, I would be to believe the woman first if I was a woman. I think I would have a little more sympathy and be like, and if she can look at that and still think that he didn't do it, but it's not that they even said they don't think that he didn't do it. I don't think it said that from what I read in the letter. It's just he's a really good person. You know what? He did this, but no, give him 5 minutes in jail. Let him come back on out. And And more people are writing and like supporting and all this shit. The one who's eerily quiet is the one who played Eric on that 70s show. He must fucking hate him. If that guy has not said anything in his defense, and the other one, the Hispanic guy too, I forget his name right now, who played Viv and stuff like that, Fez has not defended him. Eric Foreman has not defended him. You know he did some fucked up shit. You know it. It was clicks on that set. It was Dum Dum Hyde, Dum Dum Ashton Kutcher, who fucking, you know, was, I don't know, probably, you know, still trying to learn how to read at that point because, you know, they couldn't do scripts. They just had to like feed him lines off the camera. Like, say, wow, this is cool. Hey, Jackie, how are you? He's fucking stupid. Why are we doing this? But yeah, I think justice was served. I think that people really need to think about who they defend, and I think the whole thing is fucking crazy. But you know what? It's LA. That's it.